is 400.
Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen.
As we always start the podcast.
Welcome back to the Producer Lounge. Ignore mini meters not working. I'll fix that in a moment. Hey, look, it's Austin. He just appeared.
Was gonna talk about that.
Wow.
For my next trick.
Folks, if you're new here, we're going to talk about music production. That's it. Okay? Maybe some philosophy. Maybe some gender politics. We'll see. We're not experts on any of those things other than
Gender politics.
Gender politics. Right. Thank you for reiterating that.
Welcome to the Gender Politics Lounge.
Yep.
We have the Gender Shaman.
The real Matt Hat here is just here for the gender politics. He knows. Folks, this is 147. That's the episode number. Huge number.
We're almost at rhythm
One of
tempo.
my lucky numbers.
Massive.
147.
Yeah.
And folks,
I gotta say.
we have something special for you this week. We have Always 400 Producer Lounge royalty
That's right.
on the pod today.
That's right.
Who's that?
Well, look at yourself behind your eyelids. It's Tempo Shaman.
Tempo Shaman.
The boy is back. He's back.
After a long journey away, I've returned.
Yeah, you went to
Approximately about a year journey.
So,
you
something like
went
that.
to Nepal for a year.
You
Went
did
to
go
Became a
to Nepal.
monk. You shaved your head.
Did the Everest thing a couple times.
You switched genders
mhm.
at least
Everest
twice.
thing. That's what he calls it.
I did switch a gender and I switched back.
Oh,
A lot of
Nice.
things
Wow.
have happened over the last year.
that's why you're Gender Shaman.
And
You
yeah,
get
that's
it.
Correct. That is correct. I actually was going to ask you guys about mini meters today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this is something that I was turned on to at the Cursa Black Box.
Turned on.
How do you say, like, little tutorial, lesson,
Oh, the Sunday sessions?
little Sunday session.
Yeah.
Um,
You went to the Cursa
There it
one.
is.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Shout out Cursa.
There it is.
It was a good one. Mini meters was one of the
Excuse me.
things that came out of that, which was awesome. Also, if I could condense the lessons that he was teaching, I would say breaking the rules was a big one, especially with the EQ. Breaking rules with EQ it changed my perception of
Ooh.
resampling a
rules.
sound and
I like where this is going. Breaking the rules in any way is amazing, and I'm sure
the rules.
break the rules, y'all. And
Yeah.
Cursa, I'm sure, is the guy who could teach you how to fucking annihilate
yeah.
any rule.
I mean, it's so funny when you're watching dudes like that make music, and you realize how easy it is. But at the same time, you'd never understand it or get to that point without seeing them explain it to you.
Without thousands
It
of
is-
years of experience.
I mean, just it's incredible.
Yeah, you gotta wear the badge of time.
Yeah, that is what it is, man.
you got to earn the
know?
badge of time.
Earn it.
You got to become a Time Lord.
Passion and purity.
A time shaman, dude. You gotta be a time shaman.
Lord.
That's right.
That's cool. So, breaking the rules with an EQ, what exactly? What is breaking the rules?
The main thing, putting it very simply, was just really pushing the EQ in certain frequencies, big notches. Not worrying about if it's clipping. Resampling that and harvesting the artifacts out of that. That was such a big thing for the kind of music that I'm making now. I love doing that. I love incorporating a little bit of how do you say, like, the cheese.
He's been in Nepal, guys. Give him a sec.
Cheese?
No,
Like Parmesan?
twisting the EQ. LFOs.
Oh, word.
Okay.
Good.
Kind of
Good.
really jacking up the notches and then LFOing the frequencies.
Right, so
having
everything's
three
going.
or four of them going
meow.
and resampling.
Yep.
It's
And dig.
that's what it is. You're just mining for sounds.
Correct.
Yeah.
Mining. And that has been
yeah.
that has been my recent, endeavor is mining sounds, saving them, which kind of was another point I wanted to talk to you guys about, how you guys are saving your sounds when you go about, harvesting. Is it as simple like, this folder, just throw it in
it's
there?
simple.
Yeah.
Oh, like organization wise?
Organization wise, yeah. How are you saving
It depends on who you're talking to, but we do have a little login for you.
Okay.
Where we do collect our sounds.
Go ahead and tell them the email and password live on stream.
Yeah, let's do it right here. Folks, here, I'll write it down.
What's your phone number?
Yeah.
Mother's
maiden name?
One day, you plebs can get access to the treasure trove
Infamous.
of our
Fax cloud
data.
We'll open it one day.
One
That's
day.
all we want.
But yeah, we have a cloud data
Data.
that has a bunch of our
Yeah,
stuff
that we
in it,
all
homie
share
stuff, and
throw stuff on there.
Okay.
yeah. So you're welcome to also
Yeah.
throw on.
I
it.
would
take
love
what
to.
you want.
I've been trying to, when I make mud pies, to save them into a folder
Okay.
as just a mud pie. I don't go and edit through them.
Save
I
it
just
into your mud
save,
pie folder. Yep.
Yeah, and those they're like a few minutes long usually.
Yep.
2 to 4 minutes or something like that each one
Okay.
of just
That's what I've
Fuck yeah.
I found with the twisting EQs. The longer you make it, the more complex you kind of make the twisting, the rates of one's going, half,
True.
one's going a bar. You let it go for 2 minutes and you can have some cool
Sauce.
things unfold. Yeah.
yeah.
But saving
totally.
those and then in a different session where completely different time where I step up to the computer to produce, go in and, pick through those,
Sure.
process the one hits.
Yep.
Personally, I don't save a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I'll save projects, obviously, but
Okay.
I'm not like cataloging my sounds.
See,
I'll save presets fairly often, but I'm not like making sound like they're saved on that project. So if I want them, I'll just be like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of mud pies on this project, and I'll just go back and grab them. But like, I like making bespoke new shit like every time, a lot of times.
You are notorious for that.
And I've gotten to the point where I know where I want to get pretty quickly, so I can make a mud pie and get the results I can use within an hour.
yeah, I mean that's
And then
so
I'm off
huge,
to
too.
the races and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
So, but I probably should be saving.
Well, I mean, honestly, when
know
you get to
that.
a certain point where you can get what you want that fast, and it's always, very unique for the situation, I feel like that might be just a better way to do it. You might be wasting time.
It's a different way. It's a different way for sure.
Definitely in a different way. But, for me, it really helps when I go and do the production, side of it and, puzzle piecing stuff out just to have everything ready. Because it really kills I'm sure it kills everybody's flow, but it kills my flow. And, you end up leaving this session with, half of what you could have done.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it's never going to be the same after that. So, you're giving up a lot, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's for my process.
Yeah.
That's me,
Yeah, I've been trying to get in the swing of some new things. Coming from dance music and then going into a more bass-centric thing, I've been trying to figure out how to go about that because I was in a very different headspace for the dance music.
Definitely.
And I was doing things in a very specific way that I don't really like the way it turns out when I make bass music that way. So I'm trying to reestablish okay, how do I figure out
you're trying
what is the process looking like at this point?
trying to figure out your routing.
Yeah.
Would you say that your house music or dance music kind of roadmap was more formulaic? There was a formula to it?
It's just a different formula. It was a lot of trying to make loopable things for the sake of it being DJable really easily.
Right.
And it being dance music and like club music. So loopable was a very, very important thing. And so I'd put like basically like an ARP for some kind of a melody kind of a thing. I basically put an ARP on a few notes that I like and randomize like the timing of the ARP and the cycle that it does and everything, and make mud pies that were like melodic mud pies. And then I'd loop a section and then scroll through it and try and find like a really good loopable kind of a melodic vibe.
Right.
And I don't really like that a bunch for making
No.
the dubstep or the drum and bass or whatever. It doesn't really work the same way.
Why do you think that it doesn't work like that?
It doesn't. I'm sure you can do it that way, and I could probably will still do that on occasion. But
There is a
I like it to evolve a little bit more.
okay.
It's like slower
Yeah.
paced,
You have more time.
and it's less
yeah.
mixing.
Sometimes
from a
those
DJ
spaces
perspective.
in especially the bass music can be a huge thing.
Oh, yes, right.
Which is why so I've been really learning a lot / getting mentored from Leon Switch, who's a UK artist.
Shout out, Mr.
out.
Switch.
Bruv.
Yeah, Leon Switch, big time. He does a lot of work with twisting EQs, kind of just really mechanical type roaring sounds.
Roaring, I like that.
Yeah, he's been a very solid teacher.
Fuck yeah. How did you start doing stuff with him?
Just YouTube stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a fan of his for quite a few years, but he's gotten on the kind of Patreon, YouTube, teaching game, and it's his tutorials have been very solid, and they go back quite a few years too. I mean,
I'm gonna have to check
he's
that
been
out.
Posting
Yeah.
for 7 years now. He has
Okay.
tutorial
What's
that I
his,
watched this week.
What is his name again?
Leon Switch,
Leon Switch.
Leon, yeah, Switch.
Fuck yeah. We'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, check him out.
You were talking about you've been playing with like boosting specific nodes. Are you doing that into like a distortion? And also, is it focused on the low end or is it focused on like the mid range or the highs?
It differs.
Okay, sure.
I started this twisting the EQs mainly to have some mid-range, kind of stuff.
The fucking hard area to fill.
I mean, it's right. I love the sub. I can get the highs done.
yeah,
Mid-range is where
correct.
this is another point of mine too, where a lot of like the spirit or the life comes into the tune.
right.
I was going to ask you guys, is there something particular in your process where you feel like the spirit or the essence of the tune is created?
Sub drops.
Oh,
That is the
100%.
spirit. Spirit
That
and
was the
essence.
the only correct answer. You won.
I know, right? Right?
a quick clap.
Well,
Yeah.
what I will say before you guys answer is I feel like classically any vocals or kind of samples in the talking kind of essence, they inherently bring a spirit to the track just because it's you're assuming there's a spirit that's saying that kind of thing. Right?
Yeah. Oh, sure. Sure.
But it, in just the opposite, I feel like with some tracks you bring reverb into a certain aspect, and it's like, okay, this whole thing is breathing now. It's alive. It's it has it's a living thing.
Oh,
Or
I
a
love
feeling
this.
of that.
I love this mindset.
So, what's the question one more time?
The question is, do you feel like there's an element or a maybe a plugin, maybe it's a one plugin that you can give me, but that brings a life or essence
Oh, I see
or
what you mean.
spirit to a tune?
I love this question.
I'll give
This is
a
amazing.
quickie and then a little more mental. Quickie, saturation.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Good answer.
Not like distortion, but just the subtle saturation of everything.
Derive.
Whether that's through clipping or like drive, like however you go about getting the track like nice and warm and full of distorted harmonics.
Yes.
Secondly, cool guys, which we've talked about on this podcast before, which is basically like your melody-esque, but it's not just the melody. It's the instrument playing the melody. Like, you got to make sure your cool guy not only is obviously the cool guy that's happening. Like, if you're listening to a jazz band and the flute is soloing, the flute is the cool guy. Everybody backs the fuck off so the cool guy can,
Right.
You give the cool guy room to
do
be a
his
cool
thing.
guy.
Right.
He's got to flex.
He's got to flex for a moment.
In electronic music, it's a little more nuanced than that, but it's still the same principle. You still have to kind of make things dodge around other things as they come in. Like, the cool guy might just be the fill at the end of the 4-bar phrase.
Be the hats, right?
Right. Yeah.
The Tommies.
So just being able to, one, establish that, make it pretty obvious, but also have it kind of cruise through different things. Like, it's the hi-hats in the intro. But then once the breakdown comes, you kind of get like the far away sounds that are looming in the background and obviously being like, this is the bass sound.
Right.
It's like, okay, switching the vibe here to here, and then being able to take the listener where you want them to go is kind of like, it's not even, it's a culmination of all the different sounds
I agree.
and things.
Yeah. I wrote down like almost exactly what you said in a slightly different way.
Sorry.
No, I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will just double down on that. Dave, what do you think though?
Got a few.
I will. Cree wants it to be slightly louder. I don't know if we want to do that.
Okay.
Oh, Cree's here. What's up, Cree?
What's up, Cree?
And Restraint.
BG Ramos.
And also shout out Mad Hat, Legend of Ghost House stream.
Oh, is that who that is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice.
Oh, what up,
He
Matt?
won the last Ghost House contest.
Fucking respect.
Yeah.
I really do like what Restraint is saying here.
Don't
Just a
say
job.
that. Don't hype him up more.
I'm sorry, but I do.
No, it's fine. What did he say?
We can let
Oh,
Dave answer first, and then we'll go to John's answer here.
I was just gonna say I will make a beat, make something for the beat, and then try and keep layering things on top of that, and then eventually I will hate most of the things, and then I'll start switching it, and I'll switch things out, and I'll make different noises, and then at some point there's like a thing that I'm like, oh, this is the thing.
Yeah.
Right.
There's the diamond.
And then there it is. It's just, that's the way I find it.
Yeah.
And
So
it could
it's-
be anything,
It's
really.
a culmination of
Yeah.
rather connection between the whole thing.
And mining, like we were talking about
Yeah.
earlier. You have to just dig. You have to just
Yeah.
continue,
And
like
I-
resample.
Right.
You'll get there.
I love these words we're
I
using.
believe we've talked about kind of using the same genetics of sounds on here before too.
You remember that? Holy shit! Yeah,
Right. Where
Holy-
I mean, he's VIP, dude.
VIP.
I do think that adds a lot to maybe getting to that unique kind of spirit part of the tune quicker. Is using things that associate with each other from the get-go.
That's a great point.
Which is another thing that I've really been working on.
It's a skill.
With music in general, and honestly in life, is just making sure every ingredient that you're using for whatever craft you're crafting is pure, and it's there's an intention behind everything that you're doing.
That's a huge one. Intention.
I really think that's one of my biggest things right now.
Yeah, that can be a tough one too, because a lot of times when I make music, I don't have an intention going into it. I like to just.
There's something to be said about that for sure.
Right.
That's the random joy of it. Right?
Yeah, the weird like yin and yang of intention, where you can go in and just dick around and eventually get something really cool.
Yeah, the yang is the muse. You're there as an instrument, and then the muse is like, all right, let's put you to work.
Right.
But you need each other to even make that exist.
They only exist with each other.
Right.
That's correct.
So what John said here, Let me get up to it here. He says, I really try to consider what elements are most native to our humans and our underlying genetics, and consistently trying to imbue those aspects into the strangest places you can. The real Matt responds with,
He was turned on.
yeah, right. Restraint continues, i.e., vowels are natural and appropriate
No,
because it
that's not
reminds
what he said.
people
Approachable.
approachable. Excuse me, thank you.
Restart.
I.e.,
Grammar
vowels.
shaman.
More like grammar Nazi. I.e., vowels are natural or approachable because it reminds people of speech. But you can imprint these aspects into so many places where it hasn't been before.
I mean, my God.
Fuck vowels. I'm trying to figure out the consonants.
Oh,
Vowels are easy these days.
shit, son.
Dude, that's
Dropping consonants.
yeah. That's where the level 2 sauce comes in. I can't figure it out for the fucking life of me. Like T's, the t and s for S's. All I can figure out is just like add a poof
Noise.
and like.
Yeah, it's
Just noise.
I know,
with
you'd
like
think,
a-
But it's
Yeah,
like
I'm sure it's
it
hard.
never sounds right for some reason. It sounds just like it sounds close, you know?
Are you saying that you're trying to accent your T's and S's?
Basically.
I already told you, Austin.
Yeah,
I gave you
Restraint
the
says he
steps.
already told you.
Yeah, no, I tried that. I tried the steps.
Said it didn't
and
work.
I'm using them
John,
in my own way.
John's like, I gave you the steps for consonants.
It's
Yeah,
easier.
It is practice. It is
Practice.
It's practice. It's practice, right? It's harder doing
Everything.
it, right?
Everything is practice.
That's one of my
Consonant
goals, though.
shaman.
I have this. I'm sorry, I'm going way off topic, but I want to say this little thing. I've been trying to. I want to learn how to make like a synth speak and like say things, and especially I'm trying to learn how to make a synth laugh.
Yeah.
And dude, it's impossible.
Laughing, it would be a tough one. I do think you
fucked.
can find the mathematical kind of algorithms to do all the vowels rather.
There's
you
a lot
know.
of graphs for it for sure.
Actually, this goes in hand with something I wanted to bring up, which was
Segway.
oscilloscope music.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, sure.
Have you guys heard of
oscilloscope
this?
music.
I mean,
No.
I've seen
got
things
my-
on the internet of like guys
mean,
making pictures
Oh!
and shit out of the scope.
like oscilloscope art shit.
It's a pretty old thing, and the guys that have been doing it have been doing it for a long time now.
Yeah, they're super nerds.
Like big time nerds.
Yeah.
But it was a really cool kind of area where I had never seen anything like it before. Basically, the guys were taking a design program where you shape like certain tubes and fittings on a
Okay.
on an Illustrator type program.
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
And the project was him making a program that translated everything that it looked like into a sonic, into a waveform, and basically creating pictures with the oscilloscope through just maths,
Right,
algorithms.
Maths, yes.
Maths.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oi.
Bristol.
These guys were from it was like Netherlands or something. But I
Of course.
do
Of course,
encourage
yeah.
It's cold
everybody-
there.
Of course. To check out oscilloscope music. If you look that up on YouTube, I think that's exactly what the channel is called.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Yeah. The thrift store down the street had one. It was
oscilloscope.
and it was like an analog one. It was you could tell because it was like 4 feet deep.
Right.
That's an exaggeration, but it was very deep. And the screen's like this big on the front.
Take up
love
half
that.
your room, basically.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you'd let it sit underneath the monitor, basically, and it's right there up front.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Your monitor
I
just
couldn't
sits on
tell.
it.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it would work because they just had it at the thrift store for like $20, and I was like, I don't want to drop
Honestly.
20. And then I looked up how hard it is to like repair them if they're fucked, and it's a nightmare. Just buy a new
I
one.
would probably just keep that. Pay
I
the
thought
20,
about it,
I'll
but-
put it on the wall.
I
frame
know,
it.
I know. I thought about it.
know?
And it's gone now. But I have been looking into one of those, an analog one that I could run my 3 and 4 out of and just into it, so it just displays whatever the fuck I want. Great, that sounds sick. I would love it.
Does sound amazing.
And then it'd be fun to also try and sit there and like make shapes.
I mean, dude, these guys were making dinosaurs on the oscilloscope.
I know!
and they were making music out of it. Where
Yeah.
it's got like a techno kind of
Beat and
hard style beat
right.
going on.
Love me smart style. Shout out.
One of my favorite videos by the oscilloscope music guys is I think it's called Function. It's one of their most recent ones, or like their pinned one on their page. It
Okay.
is so cool, dude.
Function?
Yeah, I think it's called Function.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
like, the song is like 8 minutes
The
long,
function.
and it's just a video piece with sound. Yeah.
Have you guys ever tried to play with I don't know the technical term, but when you like imprint a word into your waveform on an oscilloscope
Or on a spectroscope.
or on a spectroscope, you do
Yeah.
like a face
Yeah.
or something.
Right.
AU5 did a big video about that.
He did, yeah.
Jacob Collier.
Oh, yeah,
Collier,
that dude.
yeah.
He also did one
Collier.
where he was spectrographing a croc.
Oh
and
my
it-
Like a crocodile?
Like a croc shoe.
Like a shoe.
Oh.
Like a
And
shoe?
you just hear. That's kind of what I'm talking about with the oscilloscope music, though, too.
Right,
You
right.
hear a dinosaur. You hear what a dinosaur looks like.
Yeah.
You hear what a croc shoe looks like in drawn out.
Yeah.
and digital.
It's kind of cool. I don't really like see the application of it.
It's more of a I get you
It's
on
an
that.
But-
Easter egg. There's no application.
Right. literally-
Exactly. Which
There's zero
I
application.
for the nerds.
For the nerds.
I appreciate it, but like I'm the kind of nerd who appreciates that in
Yeah.
something that can be played at the club and
Applicable.
shoved down.
Yeah.
But also like
Look, you
shoved
could
down
play the
normal
dinosaur
throats.
oscilloscope at the club.
I mean, I guess
You
you
could.
You can do that.
And if
you're
you had-
allowed to.
Yeah. If you had an oscilloscope visualizer as your thing, shows a little dinosaur, the crowd's going to lose it. Also, I think the
Expand the
person who
boundaries.
did it the best, or at least got the closest to making it applicable in a situation in a club environment, is Virtual Riot. He had, I don't know, it said hello. I don't know, whatever fucking graph
Yes.
or gram
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
using. Yeah, and he actually made it like do a chord progression and evolve, but still say hello every time. And it's still like, love your Virtual Riot. Still sounded like shit.
Sure.
He knows it. That's why he doesn't play it out.
Yeah.
But
is
he got
one of
close.
those- he's one of those nerdy producers that's
Yeah.
not necessarily doing it for how great it sounds.
Right. He's
It's-
just like, look,
This is
Look, this is a thing.
I
Right.
have yet to see another
Yeah.
more hardworking producer than that guy.
He's
Like
insane.
it's crazy.
I love
AI
it.
is about to make this so easy to
Yeah,
do.
and-
I know, right? And actually,
gonna be
probably make
like,
it sound
good
good.
point.
Yeah,
Oh.
make a pussy sound, and then it's gonna be like just the oscillator will just be like a pussy flying by.
Right. Like, God damn it.
Like,
how'd they do that?
wow.
Yeah, you're just watching porn and listening to the sound of it.
Yeah. The oscilloscope is showing a couple fucking the whole time.
Hey.
It's not good unless it's
Hey,
a
it's got a
clear
rhythm.
picture.
Yeah, we just need to get into HD scopes.
Yeah, we gotta get that high level scope.
Right.
That was another point of mine, though. It was AI in the
future.
AI in music right now, and AI in the world. The AI in the world right now is getting to a really crazy point. I've been keeping up the past few years, but apparently it's able to solve some pretty intense math equations. Which,
True.
There.
which if it's able to do, it's able to how do you say, use that information, use that truth that it's found out about reality, and infer more things from that. Which is, if it's
Can
able
it infer?
so that's about to be coming out
Yeah,
pretty
interesting.
soon here.
Interesting.
It's Q Star and a bunch of AI stuff.
Q
going-
Star. That's a good name.
Yeah, right.
That's that one.
Um,
That Chat GPT one. That's not.
Oh yeah, that's
Available
right.
as
to
far
us.
as far as AI in the world goes, I mean, it is anybody's game. It is so crazy right now. But my main question was AI in the music world.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about that?
It's
what
a tool.
It's a tool.
I
We got some
I
thoughts on
stick
it.
firm with that.
Okay, I like that.
I don't.
That.
I don't care to go into fear mongering about
No,
it. Like
me
I'd
neither.
rather just be like, Simplant 2 is sick. It's a good tool. It's a fun tool.
Yeah.
AI splitters for splitting vocals
Love it.
from tracks is a great
Beautiful.
tool.
Great tool for the broke homies who
AI
want to
coming up.
bootleg some
Gotta
shit.
steal it somehow.
Right.
Gotta steal somehow.
AI coming up with lyrics. Great. The thing with a lot of AI that I think is interesting is like it's only as good as the prompter.
It really is.
So like
True.
it's still just a tool. Like a wrench in the hand of somebody who's not good at fixing cars is just a weapon.
Correct. So
You know?
here's the crazy thing about where
Which is
AI is.
scary.
Correct.
It'll fuck you up.
The crazy thing about where AI is in the world today is that what an argument against what you just said is
Yeah, sure.
about to be fixed. Where a machine is about to be able to reason and think about future events. Where it's about to be, if I do this, and it takes this much time, what's going to happen after this passes and I make this action. It did not used to be able to do that. It used to be able to basically, like AlphaGo was like a
Oh yeah.
it used to be able to just figure out the best way to do something and do it no matter what. Now it's able to reason, allegedly
To some extent. Yeah.
able to reason why it's doing that and make decisions based on the future, which is, that's substantial.
That could almost possibly
Let's
in a way
fucking
like
go.
let's
yeah, that's what I
fucking
say.
go.
Dude. Let's see it.
Dude,
Entertain me.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, let's fucking drive.
Entertain
Let's
me.
drive this fucking planet straight, just
oh god.
to the point of whatever the fuck. Just
yeah.
let's go.
Idiocracy.
Let's go.
I'm down.
Let's go.
It is exciting and it's so scary.
What's your,
I don't
what-
think there's something to be scared about, but
Yeah.
carry on.
what's your thoughts? AI and music. I mean, I know you could go on for an
Right.
hour, but
Yeah.
let's keep it short.
Yeah. The one thing I want to say I am excited for is we talked about previously on episodes is there's this like early AI very basic thing called the Library of Babel, which essentially was for visuals and for text. It would just randomly generate like a 2000 by 2000 pixel grid and every possible color combo you gave it. And then like a text sequence, you had like 3,000 characters and it would just generate all the different characters for text and spaces in between it. And in the Library of Babel, it's like 6 quadrillion books that are in it. And each book has like 3,000 pages or whatever. So it's like all these combinations of the things that you can just scroll through. So you can find like random pieces of art and random pieces of literature and like all this shit. But what I'm excited about is some sort of like Library of Babel for sound,
Right.
where it just has like minute snippets of like a potential song or a mud pie or a break or just like, I don't know.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can somehow like explore it. The exploring part is hard because like through just like an infinite random generator sequence, there's like a lot of noise and a lot of nonsense, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So finding the good parts, like there's going to be shit in
So-
there that like no one's ever done and new genres that are in there that everyone's like, holy fuck, this is the next gigantic thing.
right.
Like it inspires one human and now all the humans are doing it.
There is a plugin that I was looking into recently in the last week or two. And I'm totally blanking on the name, but the kind of visualization of it is a bunch of stems and like kind of like tree kind of genetics.
Ooh.
And you can drag and drop a sample into it and it will produce like 50 different stems. It will basically produce.
Is that Synplant?
I think that's
It's Simplant.
It's
Simplant.
That's exactly
Simplant
what it
too,
is.
yeah.
Simplant
Yes.
too. Yeah.
It's exactly what it
Amazing.
is.
Yeah.
Wow.
We all got the trial.
fucking
It's
so
super
sick,
fun.
right?
I mean, wow. I think
Yeah.
you already mentioned that earlier.
Yeah,
Now
but yeah.
that I think about it.
That's
but
okay.
Wow. That thing is so cool.
It's so cool.
It is
It's
cool.
so fucking cool. Yeah. I only
Aw,
had it for
man.
the trial version, which was like
I mean-
3 weeks or whatever, but I threw in like every tipper sound I had. I threw in a bunch of restraint sounds. Had
that's
some cursor
where-
ones in there, and I was like,
That's
gimme,
where
gimme.
AI and
Let me
music
see.
really gets interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, we've as music producers, we've been using AI to help our production since the get go,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I mean, in whatever way you kind of describe it or define it as, we've been doing it.
Yeah. And think about like sampling. People are still sampling stuff from like the 70s and the 80s, like little chord progressions and vocal whatever is like,
Standard.
yeah, it's standard to just
Standard.
play with it. So then if something like the Library of Babel for sound, like just an infinite sea of all possible combination of frequencies is at your disposal, like imagine what people can just pull and sample and like
This
whatever.
is different than Loop Cloud or Splice, the thing that you're talking about. Right? Is that
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
It's yeah, I don't know. It's hard to describe how like different it is. Like we all get it, you know.
Sure.
But it's like such a leap in such an insane way. But who knows when that'll come, you know?
Dave, do you have thoughts on AI and music?
No,
Yeah.
All right.
I'm good
Fair.
on that.
Fair.
Bored about AI.
Dave is bored by the AI discussion.
not?
I use it.
John, I'll point
seen
out a few notable mentions here in chat about it. Restraint says it's a tool. I think the
It's a
biggest.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah, it's the same thing I said. I think the biggest thing has the danger of robbing people from
Yeah.
potential joys of riding, art of the journey.
Yeah.
But that's nothing new. Cough, cough, cough. Not low.
Not
cough.
Not low cough.
That's actually Android
Hilarious.
Jones said a similar thing. Where he was saying like all the
Shout out.
visual AI coming out, he said like there's gonna be a generation that never gets to experience just like painting with a paintbrush. And
Right.
he's like, I feel bad for them.
It's
I kinda-
possible. It's possible. That's something that we could potentially see with how things are going.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the bike didn't go away because the car was made.
Haha,
You
that's a
know?
good
There you
point.
go.
Like,
Right?
the
I don't
horse
think
didn't go
painting
away.
is going away.
No.
Yeah, I still got a horse.
Yeah, you rode your horse here for the podcast.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, it's fucking tied up outside, obviously. At the trough.
Real quick, how do you guys feel about, or what are your views on just intonation? The idea of, how we
Not injust intonation.
that is correct. But the idea that and to us is 440 hertz, when originally many would say it was 432 hertz, and it's been detuned to 440 for many reasons. And you can go down the rabbit hole, conspiracy,
Yes.
right? The little sonic jail that we're in. I don't know.
They're blurring our minds with 440 hertz.
I don't know.
I love that we're going
love
here
it.
right now.
I'll just say real quick.
I gotta bring it up.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's
Dave, you wanna go
some
first?
Conspiracy shit. I don't care. I don't really stick to keys and shit very much,
Okay.
even though I've been trying to figure that shit out for myself right now. But
You go strictly microtonal?
I just make noises and then pitch them until I like the way it sounds,
God bless
basically.
you. What else do you need?
Which is not what I come from, but that's just how I've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Which is almost cooler because that isn't what you come from. And now you've like developed into that point where you're just like, oh, fuck all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about like
That's cool.
intonation, like different scales and like different relationships between
Correct.
notes.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about it. I mean, I come from an American universe, so like
Yep.
I'm working with
A is 440.
right. I'm working with the basics, but
That's
I
fine.
don't think about it. I
Okay.
just go until the muse is giving me a neck massage,
Yep.
and then it's
I
2
mean,
hours later, and I wrote a banger. And I'm
I
like, cool. I don't know what happened.
if that's
just what happens.
not what it's all about, then
Yeah,
I don't
I've
know.
looked into that before,
Yes.
like the Nazis and 432
Well,
and a bunch
I mean,
of shit.
you-
and I
Are
was just
Nazis
like,
involved?
Oh yeah, of course.
for
Wow.
Well, they're
But
always
it goes
involved.
deep, and it honestly
Yeah.
goes deeper
It's
than
a very
Nazis
deep
in
rabbit
this-
hole.
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
the
it goes
sense
way
of
deeper than the Nazis.
Roman Catholic
Yes,
Church.
yes.
Roman
The
Catholic
ultimate
Church.
conspiracy.
I mean,
Does it
we're
go back to
talking-
Gobekli Tepe? Can
could've.
it, please?
It goes back to Egypt. It goes
Yeah.
back to
No, but
No,
it is.
I mean, just intonation is definitely something interesting to look into.
Yeah.
And there is a reason why we've changed our, toning to 440
Do you know why?
hertz. There's a lot of reasons.
A lot of reasons.
A lot of reasons.
Well, no. Do you know
Mind you-
why is a very good question. If you were to ask people, oftentimes they just say that it is the 12 note is like the closest thing that replicates the relationship between the frequency,
Right.
like overtones that you get on any given sound. So like
It's more convenient.
like a
Okay.
like a note down low that's getting distorted makes frequencies, and it's trying to mimic those frequencies that you get out of a distorted sound, basically. But it's not perfect. Like the frequencies that you will get coming up from a really low fundamental whatever D, like it'll be close to A or
A 12-note
B
scale
or whatever for the fifth. You know, like you'll have pretty close to the fifth there, but it's not going to be exactly on
Correct.
the fifth.
Correct.
Interesting. Okay.
Which that has always intrigued me. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what if I was doing it exactly on the thing? But I like shit
yeah.
to sound not that great.
Right. I like it to be kind of
I don't want it to sound perfect. Like
I want it
that.
to be squirmy. Yeah.
Then you just
And
got a perfect
I think
sine
that's
wave.
a huge thing that goes back with
the blues.
to counter the AI stuff. I mean, there can't be an AI that can do that or can be like,
it's a
oh
good
no,
point.
I like that, not that perfect, or
Right.
just this imperfect.
Right. Exactly. There's
Yeah,
like
I mean,
76% imperfect.
What degree?
Like,
of
how do you
imperfect
land
I
on that?
want?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, kind of.
Interesting.
Like when you drop a sound into Synplant, that's one of the things I love about it is it does give you a really, really imperfect, weird sound a lot of the time.
Well, that's
That has some strange shit happening to it.
one of the benefits. I mean, for now, I guess, is AI has no self-awareness or
Well, yeah.
self
Sure, it
actualization.
It's just doing data, and
Yeah.
it doesn't have. That's the thing about the Q star and like the next developments of AI that I was
Right,
saying.
but
It's like it could get interesting
what-
because that
yeah.
that could be changed very soon.
But what I want to know is I want to see an AI who can be like moved by some old black guy playing a blues guitar,
Right,
And be like, "Oh, those accidentals were
That's
so
your-
good."
that's your
Like,
Siri's like, oh,
good luck. Yeah, like like
what are you
making a
playing right
stank
now?
face at like a dubstep track. Like, oh, it's so late. The wub is so late on the one.
So off time and fucked, but I love it.
Right, like.
Yeah.
Dude, that's such a personal thing to each person that like how do you get the AI to really reconcile with that?
I
Which,
think
does it have to?
I think that's a great word for it. Is personal. It's a very personal thing,
Right.
And I do think that's going to be happening very soon.
Yeah.
person is impersonal.
I like this comment by the real Matt.
Just throwing that out there. The word person is impersonal.
That's true. He says microtonal shit is way underutilized.
I agree. Yeah. Get some more microtonal weird.
I mean,
shit
I
in
like to
there.
do it.
I'm sure
just
it's hard though.
I like to do it haphazardly, just by
Same,
detuning things with like a mod wheel or with an RC20. So it's
Vibrato.
never on tune. It's just
Yeah.
always out of tune technically.
A little dance of
Yeah, it's the same
untuning.
thing when I'm playing the saxophone
I do the same thing.
to like a jazz song. Like I'm not keeping the embouchure right on the tone.
Big deal.
Yeah, and I can't.
Well-
I have to. It's flexing around
You're
while
just
I'm breathing.
nailing
It's
it.
quivering.
Yeah, it's like me trying to sing.
Yeah, I do play sax.
I can't
Um,
keep
yeah,
it
you do.
straight.
So and that's how you get all the emotion out of the whole fucking sound.
Yeah.
It's like all of that intonation.
Intonation.
You know what's also underutilized is Real Matt Hat's mom. Yeah, fuck you, Matt.
Jesus.
God damn.
Our number one supporter. You're gonna do him like that?
We love you,
Good
Matt.
Lord.
He's also gonna just mic drop and walk away. now.
Mike, that's fair.
That's it for him.
Also,
Episode
if-
147.
If you guys didn't know, in Ableton, you can actually set the intonation value or whatever you would call that.
Okay.
What's
you-
Ableton?
Some ancient
Wait,
dinosaur DAW.
What does that exactly do?
So you can change it from 440 to like 432
So this is
or whatever.
Yes, this is.
So I have mine set to 420.69.
Oh my fucking.
Shout
God.
out.
Maybe that's why all my
gonna-
music sounds so
He's gonna
sick, dude.
ruin the grid of the world
Yeah.
sonically.
I play
doing-
one song at the Black Box
this-
and Denver just collapses. It just implodes into a black hole.
Austin
No, so,
legitimately has every
Austin,
single one
that
of
is-
his
that actually
songs
is-
detuned to
That
a
is-
non
That would be hilarious.
specific thing.
Quite literally.
No wonder I can't mix my songs
Was
with
my
anything.
question off of the 432 440 thing because I've seen how to do it in taking a whole audio file, throwing it into Audacity, saying okay, this is 440, change it to 432. Okay, it does it. How exactly would you go about tuning your things into 432 hertz?
I have no idea.
But the thing that you just said was a really good hint. What was it?
Ableton, I think, has a setting where you can actually tune
It has
tune
to.
it.
If it's a DAW, I feel like it has to.
Yeah, but you still like use your like a keyboard or why can't I think of the word piano
Piano roll.
roll. Piano roll is still the same, but I guess it auto corrects. I don't know.
Right, right. No, the piano roll is just
the same
a
as is.
translation into that universe. So
Yeah.
if it's
Okay.
at 432,
You're
the C is still
translating
playing
into
a
the
C
scale.
in 432.
It's all still relative.
Yeah,
It's
to
still
that's the word.
relative
That's
to
the
it.
word. Relative.
You're fucking ruining these minds out here.
It's just yeah, what's happening?
You can go check the VOD, Matt. I'm pretty sure I said isn't underutilized. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, DJs do hate this hack.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
True.
One hack, dude.
DJs hate this one little trick. No, honestly, it is fucked though.
You're
Like,
trying to see if there's
imagine
a
if-
place to do it in Bitwig.
I mean,
There has
this would
to be.
be.
I
mean,
This would be
it's up to
seriously
my-
educational for me right here.
It's up to my Focusrite. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I don't
No,
think so.
maybe not.
No.
also, it would be fucked if you tried to commit to the path of like 432 or anything outside of 440 because you could never mix with anything.
Yeah, maybe
Right?
behaviors
Well,
are
you-
synchronization.
I feel like you could, but like you're also on a different scale. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
you're in a different ballpark.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, come on, we're dealing with the solfeggio frequencies. We're talking about the universe.
Talk about
Whoa.
the universe, man.
I mean,
We'll open Ableton.
Oh, what if
real quick.
we set it to like 666?
Bitchwig.
If you set your intonation to 666 in Ableton,
Matt Had's got
do
a
you
mouth
summon
on
the
it, doesn't
devil?
he?
He's about to get banned from the
Yeah.
channel.
Oh, is he going off on us?
Watch that fucking.
got a
language.
mouth.
Wow. Wow.
I assume you.
Oh,
Look at-
Matt Hat, my hero. Give
Look
it
at
to
how
them.
much worse
There's
this
not enough
doll
Bitwig
looks.
hate in here.
Yeah, look at this
You're my hero, Matt Hat.
I'm
Look at this shit-looking DAW compared to the Bitwig we were just in.
now, Matt. I'm assuming you work in Disabledton, right?
Hey.
assuming that's correct.
God, he was waiting for a while.
I'm actually surprised I've never heard that before.
I know. I've been,
that's
I've been
a banger.
I've been holding on to it.
That's Shrek tier
It's
right
pretty
there.
good.
We got to remember that one.
Well, it doesn't look like you guys can do anything either.
No,
It's not in audio.
there's definitely a way.
It's-
I saw it once.
It's a function of the. Yeah, it might be in there. I'm not seeing it in there though.
John,
Maybe link.
Let's make it light for Austin so you can see everything.
dude.
I might just
so
work in
wrecked.
Ableton like this. This looks sick.
Yeah, you want to go blind
Dude,
in your
actually,
40s?
I literally changed my Ableton to
No,
light within
don't
the last
say
three-
that.
Within the last 3 weeks, and it's been beautiful.
Wait, you switched to what?
Light.
Oh, yeah?
why?
Yeah.
Hey,
I
It's
came
so
from the dark
bright.
side.
Yeah.
hilarious.
No, and I screw with my settings. It's not just light.
Yeah,
It's-
no, fair.
I got everything tweaked up.
Dude, I swear to God, this
Not
was a
gonna be
thing
any
you could
of
do.
these.
Maybe I made this up
No,
and believed it.
Where is
It's right in
restraint
look.
when we
It's
need
in
it?
look.
I know, John.
It's in look.
No.
Yes, down all the
Was
way.
it? Did you see it?
Grid line intensity, brightness. Oh, let's make that back to normal here. Zoom display.
Yeah.
Oh,
There it
full
is.
zoom.
that one actually
We figured
changed
it
my
out.
life.
I love
one
that.
actually
Wait,
changed
go
my
the
life.
opposite way.
No, it sucked.
Oh, it's just tiny.
Oh, that would change my life.
What did you expect?
You do that, but then you have like a fucking 120-inch screen or whatever.
John says there's tuning features enabled in 12.
Also
I think it's in
magnifying
11.
glass.
This is.
I know.
11,
I think it is. Go back to
Yeah.
audio.
I think they've had tuning features for a while. I just don't know where. You
I
do
looked
it.
for it today.
Is
I'm
it-
not kidding
Really?
you. I looked for it today. I
Did you?
not find it.
What is the default pitch conversion?
I thought the sample
Go a
rate
little
could be
up,
something.
A little down. Oh yeah, in the sample rate. Oh, I guess that's sample rate.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't
Oh no,
make
no,
it.
there it is. There it is. Tone frequency. Second from the bottom.
How do we
no,
miss
no,
that?
No.
How do we miss that?
No, that's
No,
the
that's the
test.
Oh, that's the
tone.
test tone. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
same thing. But actually, that might have been just what I was thinking of. I just saw that at some point. I was
No,
like,
I
oh,
mean,
that's
that-
the intonation. Didn't
He
even
said
read
it's
test
in-
tone.
He said it's in 12.
Oh,
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. But I mean, mind you, you could still do this in very basic programs like Audacity. Of
yeah, why can Audacity do it? What the fuck?
You know, I
I mean, you can
they're-
just take your whole song and slow it down.
Well, so that was my
slightly.
Is that
question originally.
the
Is like,
same thing?
Do you just detune your
I think
whole
you can
file
just
like
do
We've
that.
talked
8
about
semitones?
that. We've talked
and then,
about that
then it's
before.
good. That's my question.
Or would it be like a microtone, like
Like,
7.35
it-
semitones or something?
Well, and it's funny that you say that.
Oh.
That's the. Oh, I guess it's 7.83 is the
Oh,
frequency of the Earth. But
7.83.
who's counting?
Does that have to do with some sort of like phi ratio?
I
type
think
shit?
It's 783. It's got to have something to do with some fire.
I think you
ratio, yeah.
basically just
Right.
get whatever note is the closest note to that, and then you pitch your song down to that. So you almost never really need to do very much.
It's very
because,
slight.
Yeah, it's just a very
And
little
that's the thing. I don't
bit
think
of slowdown.
it doesn't change the sound, like the real sound of your tune necessarily.
John also doesn't think it matters.
Okay.
Well,
But what about the Nazis, John?
Well,
Yeah, John,
John's
what about the
stuck in the
Nazis?
Sonic
John,
prison.
What about the Nazis? Man, are they gonna pull our funding on this episode?
yeah.
Because how many
Or they're going to
times
give
they
us
said
more
Nazis?
funding. They're like, these guys figured it out. They're spreading the good word.
He's about to get hit
Oh,
next
man.
week.
Yeah.
Man, if we got more funding, imagine.
I mean, any
Crazy.
publicity is good publicity.
That's right.
That's
We
right.
should do something crazy.
Do something crazy.
Make America great again.
Make America great again. Let's do it. Let's make something crazy.
That'd be crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That would be
That
crazy. Honestly,
would
if
be
we
crazy.
don't think about who it makes you think of, but if we made America great again,
That's
like
what we should do,
legitimately,
yeah.
that would be crazy. We should do it.
It would be nuts.
Wait,
Well,
you
we
guys getting
are
funding?
doing. We
No.
are doing that, by the way.
We are. This is our
That's
attempt
what-
at making America great.
That's what this is.
You've made my
Look.
America great.
Aw.
Yes.
Seriously.
We appreciate that,
Cheers.
gender shaman.
Gender shaman. Well, speaking of that,
No,
about
we have no funding, guys.
that about wraps up the show to some extent.
Yeah.
Well, Godspeed. Love you all.
Do you have any
Wait.
final thoughts before we move on to our last two segments here?
Oh, 2
Let's
segments.
see. No.
I'm writing one.
He checked his notes.
I will say a fantastic book that everybody should read by Rick Rubin.
Oh.
You
Creative
may know
Act.
him from some solid tunes.
Hmm.
He wrote a book called Creative Act, semicolon, A Way of Being. It has changed my view on art.
It's also free
Same.
on YouTube and
Spotify.
on Spotify.
Yep.
True.
So you can go listen to it for free.
Oh,
Everybody.
so you guys are
But-
turned on already?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. God
dude.
bless. God bless.
I know. It's
look
the
at my
Bible.
glasses. I got
It's the
these
Bible.
because
It's,
of Rick Rubin.
I'm telling you, if you guys have
He's
not-
got Reuben Reds on right now. Look at this. Look at
I
this
got
guy.
that Rubin red on right now.
Everybody in chat, give us a Reuben Red right now. In respect. The Reuben Red respect. Fuck yeah,
Sheesh.
Nick.
That
Dude, that
is
book is
great.
seriously
awesome.
fucking fucked up good. It's
No,
insane.
and,
It's like the Bible.
It's
I
the
will
Bible.
say, but if we're all turned on to that, Tetragrammaton, Rick
Oh.
Rubin's podcast, where he doesn't do, it's not his music podcast. It's like just kind of more of his Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
You know,
Will Smith
If
was
I
on
may
it.
say.
Talking,
The slapper was
shooting
on
the
it?
shit.
The slapper. The
if you want
slapper.
to talk about Bible, yeah. That's it.
I do need to check that out.
Tetragrammaton is fucking sick.
They probably
I
won't,
love you.
Matt.
Yeah.
I'm so
Fuck yeah,
happy.
dude. Yeah,
They're
I
fine.
love that you know that.
I hear his ads are really good.
Dude,
Rick
the
Rubin's, yeah,
best.
they're fun.
That's how I want ads.
Literally, that's what I heard.
That's
them
how I
talking
want
about
ads.
that.
Mm-hmm.
The ads are really good.
They're super fun.
And the whole podcast is an oscilloscope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh damn!
Have you guys
the
ever
whole
played
thing when you play it out?
whole
It
thing.
makes pictures.
Speaking
and
of
shit.
ads.
no video?
Dinosaurs, everything.
It's just Jesus on a cross over and over again,
Resurrecting over and over every 3 days.
It's a meditation.
dying and then coming back up and then getting nailed to the cross again.
Yeah. That's terrible. But liberating.
It's beautiful.
Folks, speaking of Jesus dying on the cross, we have a couple questions that came in from X.
The Twitter questions are live. Let's go.
Yes. And
Or X, excuse me.
Yeah,
no cheating.
show respect.
Yeah.
No
Jesus
cheating.
Christ, dude.
Sorry.
I know you're like new to this new setup, but
Sorry.
we got a question from Dirty Ducks Yo.
Dirty Ducks, yo.
that's
That
a
sounds familiar.
Stupid name.
Dirty
Good one.
Disco. Dirty.
I think he's just crazy.
Dirty Ducks, yo. Yeah. Dude's crazy.
They say intonation, is it overrated or underrated? And I don't know if that's a question.
Well, I say underrated.
Well, I guess yes. But
Underrated.
Like, what about intonation?
Well,
Is what I wanna know.
I think what he means to say is,
Yes.
do we think it's as serious of a
Oh,
thing?
of an issue.
Is it? Is
That's
it
what
that-
Dirty Ducks meant to say.
The reason that they did that 440, 432 thing, is it that big of a thing? I think that's his question. And I say,
and you think it is?
yes.
You think it's underrated?
Yes.
Yes.
A big old yes.
Of course, the shaman thinks this.
The shaman knows
I
best.
say yes.
I'm going to play devil's advocate and agree with you. I think
Well,
it is
wait, no,
underrated
what?
as well.
I'm
No,
going to play Angel's Advocate and
No,
also agree
no.
with him.
That's
Overrated.
Oh, Dave.
we needed one, folks. We needed one.
We did need
Yeah,
one.
fuck intonation. No,
It's very rare we get 4 agreements
it does intrigue
on
me.
this round.
I mean, I think it's a discussion worth having, and I don't think anybody can see it in
That's
one
fair.
way.
Yeah, that's
Damn.
fair.
Okay, well, next
All right,
question.
Yep.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Comes from Brick Cuban. Now, folks, the question,
Bricks.
before we get to his question, the real question is this Cuban bricked?
Yeah. Is it Bricked Cuban? Bricked Cuban is a really good
It's a
project.
real
name.
good project.
That is like that.
Or
goes
just
hard.
really-
Actually, that's a good tune.
It's a good tune. It's just
Bricked
really hard.
Cuban is pretty fucking good. Actually, yeah, right.
It'll have you asking some questions.
Please.
Y'all
make
are
that a
welcome.
banger.
Y'all are welcome to steal it.
Yeah.
Bricked Cuban.
Bricked Cuban.
But we still get to use it.
I'm still writing it down. He says
The creative brick philosophy. I don't know. Go ahead.
he's giving a huge shout out right here. He says the real Matt Hat, overrated or underrated?
Oh,
He is
Oh.
heavily
Damn.
underrated, folks.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn! You heard it here.
I'm gonna go underrated. I'm gonna go underrated.
Whoa.
Unlike his mom.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he brought it back. He brought it back.
God damn, controversy indeed.
Sorry.
Jesus.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna play devil
Things are getting hot
advocate.
over here.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate
Do
and
you
say
know what devil's advocate means?
yes.
I don't think you do.
Okay, so I'm gonna play devil's
I'm
advocate.
gonna play devil's advocate and say, you all right.
That's what I was gonna say. What the fuck? No, I'm gonna play devil's advocate and say you're overrated.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
You did it that time.
I did it. I did it good this time.
So
I love you though, Matt.
Mad Hat is just absolutely slaughtering the Ghost House streams.
Hey.
Undeniably, he just comes in with an axe. All these little goats in stream, their first time, and he runs through them. So he's underrated.
What's a
Nice.
Okay.
What's a goat in the stream?
Oh,
Chatter.
just a person in the stream.
Big chatter.
Big chatter. The question is
Big
is,
chats.
Would you
Big up chats.
No, you don't, Matt.
easy, Matt? Just wrote some malicious things in chat.
Kill animals.
See,
We're gonna screenshot that.
See,
dude.
he's in
You're
here.
done for.
Oh.
That's the wrong your.
Interesting.
I'm glad you pointed that
Wait,
out.
you're not grammar
Definitely not.
shaman?
No.
You're right. I'm not.
I think he meant you are mom. Like you are mom.
Yeah. Like
I kill animals like you are
like
mom.
you are mom is what he was trying to
like
say.
you are mother.
The real question is, Matt, are you a bricked Cuban?
Right.
All right, folks, on to our last segment of the night.
We have another segment?
Yes.
What?
Should we do some shout outs for social media or something?
Yeah, let's do quick
Pre
shout
this?
outs here real quick.
We're doing
Shouts out.
the Twister round?
Shaman.
Always400.com.
I guess Instagram is at Tempo Shaman 9. That was short, but I am not on social media much nowadays.
Good for you.
Yeah, great.
Fair.
It's fantastic, actually.
It is fantastic.
It is.
But yeah, I can be on Instagram at any point in time
For the right price.
At Tempo Shaman.
for the right DM.
Mhm.
I am currently looking for people to work with some tunes on.
Oh.
Like collabs or a new project?
The collabs.
Okay.
Oh, extend it out. Okay.
Hit us up.
Little collabs, and
Right here.
I am blueprinting
We know
a
some people.
album right now.
Hey.
Slash
Oh,
art
yeah.
piece that may contain some video with it, but just that's where
Huge.
my time's going.
Massive.
Right now, is it making money at the casino, dealing, and
Drugs.
creating this
Yeah,
album.
baby.
He's a heavy gambler. He
He
spends
is.
all his time
I,
at the casino.
How I make my money is blackjack.
Yeah. Yeah. He's gotten
It's
good.
a reliable,
No.
He'll tell you.
reliable way to make
Super
money.
reliable.
Do not do that for money,
Yeah,
guys.
You're
don't.
such a good gambler, dude.
Let me save you the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. You're
Those are my plugs.
you're on a mission right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Big
I
ups.
love it.
Big ups.
Big ups to you guys. I love the fact that we're still freaking rocking this.
We're still
and
rocking
Oh
it.
yeah.
Hell
Dude,
yeah,
yeah.
dude. We ain't going
It-
anywhere.
I mean,
Makes me truly proud.
we'll start this off with two huge shouts to our most recent followers.
Who's that?
Kriga DeBell
Okay.
and
Okay.
Ganja is Life 420.
Shout
Okay.
out Cricket
Such
and
a good
Ganja.
name.
Well,
And then also a quick shout out
Oh,
to
that
Pleb,
dude.
who came last week. Big shout out,
Oh, pleb.
it's
We love you, Pleb.
well,
Dude, Ganja's working in 420 intonation. Know what I'm saying?
He is.
that's what I'm talking
He
about.
intonates
426.9.
on the daily.
426.9.
If you guys aren't adjusting your tonations to 420.69,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yep. But
Okay.
Actually, that is powerful.
You're a lesser
That
producer.
does do crazy
It's-
things.
Yeah.
it does.
Gotta radiate something.
Guys, thanks for hanging out this evening. Hit subscribe, hit follow. Give us a 5-star review if you're listening in podcast
Thank
form. It really helps us out. We don't promote this shit, so word of mouth that.
Except for the
motherfucker.
thousands of dollars we pour into Instagram, we don't promote it.
I mean, it's not dollars; it's more like doll hairs, and they don't
oh,
seem
wasn't
to
I
be doing
supposed
much.
to say that? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it doesn't do much. John wants his money back. All right, so last segment of the evening here is what did we learn?
Oh, what did we learn?
What was the first topic we talked about? Austin, go.
Mad Hat's mother.
Nope, incorrect.
Oh.
Just kidding. This is not a quiz.
I was gonna say, there's no way we're guessing these.
Yeah. Oh wait, no.
First topic, we're talking about breaking the rules.
I was gonna.
That's
no, I
right.
wasn't gonna say that.
Rules.
Breaking
Courtesy
the
of
EQ
Cursa.
twisting.
rules.
Yeah, courtesy of Cursa.
Yep.
Fucking amazing thing. I'm pretty sure. Actually, I'm not gonna. Never mind.
no, you
We're
gotta
not-
say it now.
Oh shit.
I think restraint actually taught Cursa everything.
dude,
Because
so
restraint is a level 30
when I
wizard.
When I was at the
Artificer.
Cursa black box session, I thought that in my head because John has been in Kyoto's lab before.
He also taught
saying
Kyoto.
the same things.
I think Kyoto is
and I
John's
was like,
son.
dude, this is bringing me back 100%. Yeah, I will give credit to John. Restraint there.
okay.
Yeah, I think Curse is basically everybody's daddy, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Without a
he's
doubt.
kind of a-
Legitimately.
He's kind of a whore.
Legitimately,
He's kind of a whore.
I mean, can you blame him? He's Cursa.
Next, we talked about saving.
Oh, and our
then-
401ks.
Then we talked about mentors and Mr. Leon Switch. Shout out.
Leon
Yes,
Switch?
shouts out Leon
I saw
Switch.
that.
Big
Big-
one.
Oh yeah, I'm going to that.
Big one.
We talked about oscilloscope music.
Mm-hmm.
True.
We
That's a
talked
fun
about
one. I don't think we've ever
dinosaurs.
talked about that before.
What?
Yep, dinosaurs.
Oscilloscope music.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
well,
think that's
hey.
the first.
Talked about AI.
Yeah.
We talked about intonation.
Yeah.
And the last thing on here is just a line, so I'm not sure what that's about. So, folks, thank you for tuning in to episode 147.
147, baby.
We love you guys so much.
Yeah, baby.
Shout out Tempo Shaman, Gender Shaman, Time Shaman, all of the
out.
above.
Yeah.
Love you all.
Also, thank you everyone who was in chat tonight. We had
Yeah.
a little party.
Yes.
We had
It
a
was
big,
good.
big party.
That
Thank
was
you guys.
Always400.com.
Big shout out, Real Matt Hat. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.